Coming up, the rumors will not die. Another report that says Cars Land is coming to Orlando. Corey Martin has the latest installment of his Drink Around the World series. This time he will focus on Disney's Boardwalk Resort. And Kevin Close and John Magi have their review of the Coral Reef restaurant at Epcot. All that coming up on this edition of the Diz Unplugged. This is the Diz Unplugged, episode number 620, for the week of June 18th, 2013. The Diz Unplugged is brought to you by Dreams Unlimited Travel, specializing in helping you plan the perfect Disney World, Disneyland, or Disney Cruise Line vacation. Visit them on the web at www.dreamsunlimitedtravel.com. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the show, coming to you live from the Bob Varley Studio in Orlando, Florida. I'm your host, Pete Werner, joined at the table this week by my good friends, John Magi, Kevin Close.
Kevin Close, sorry. His
Kathy Whirling, Corey Martin, and of course, back in the production nook, our producer, Dustin West, along with associate producers, Sean Thompson and Craig Williams, now going by the name Craigathan. We've combined them because it's Jonathan and Gregory, so that's Craigathan. Never mind. And if you're wondering what this is on my face, behold Google Glass. I picked it up last Thursday.
That's great.
In Los Angeles.
Can you talk to the Borg on that?
I can talk to the Borg. We're all part of the collective. I can see the time right now. I can take a picture right now.
I can see the little light.
See the little light goes on. That's the display. But it's basically like having. They said the display is basically like having a 27-inch television 8 feet away from you. That's kind of what it looks like.
Could you take live video on that and put that on the web?
I don't think it does live, but I can take video. I could take video and post it.
Because it'd be fun if while we were doing the show, you could videotape that part.
Record a video.
This is so scary.
So now it is.
It's a bizarre thing.
I also like how you can cut diamonds with it. You got the diamond loop thing on it. That's everything.
Cut diamonds. So yeah, I'm recording video right now. We'll stop.
And you look cool doing it.
You do look so cool doing it.
Shut the hell up. And then
it reminds me of the movie The Jerk. You know, like when he invented that little
thing for his glasses.
glass holder, and
he had to pay everybody back.
And just shared it on Twitter.
$1.09.
I'm waiting for mine.
It may not have an internet connection though, so I'm not sure. No, it has no data right now, just because it's not set up for internet on the side of the house. But at some point, you'll see the video I just did. But anyway, Google Glass. I have it. You don't. All right. Some housekeeping. First of all, it is great to be home. We just returned Saturday morning from our whirlwind, nearly month-long trip to Aulani in Hawaii, the Disney cruise to Alaska, and, of course, the first of the Diz Backstage Magic exclusive tours that took place for this year. And we have our next one coming up in December, and we have 3 scheduled for next year. Those shows, where we discuss those trips, July 16th, we'll be talking about Aulani. July 23rd, we'll be talking about the Disney cruise to Alaska. July 30th, we'll be talking about the Backstage Magic. You don't want to miss them. We've got some amazing content that we put together. There's a couple of rants thrown in, especially not at Cruise Line, but at the hotel we stayed in, the Fairmont in Vancouver, right afterwards. Those of you following me on Facebook saw some of what was going on. And I'm not going to get into it because I'll go off on a rant now, but amazing. This hotel will not take responsibility for that.
Really?
They are saying that it's perfectly normal and perfectly fine. Disney Cruise Line doesn't agree because I made a lot of noise. So I don't think it's going to happen again. But if you want to know what I'm talking about, tune in July 23rd. But
was it because they were run by Canadians?
It must be.
I would complain.
Well, I'll just tell you. I'll just tell you now. The Fairmont. I wouldn't stay in another Fairmont. I would not stay in another. If you're going to stay at that level, stay at a Four Seasons. Don't even bother with the Fairmont. But we'll get to that in July. In housekeeping, couple things. Want to make sure everybody knows about the New England meet coming up very soon,
10
week away,
days.
10 days.
Can I actually piggyback on top of that? I've been given a message to ask.
Well, just let me get the
Sorry, go ahead.
dates and locations out. The weekend of June 28th in Leominster, Massachusetts, we are going to be doing a show. The entire team is going to be there. So if you'd like to come watch a show, support a great cause, this is all to raise money for Give Kids the World, then come to Leominster, Massachusetts on the weekend of June 28th. We'll have a link in the show notes page, disunplugged.com, where you can find out more information about exactly where the meet is being held and what the events are for the weekend. There's a weekend of events going on. But Kevin, what was it you'd like to add?
The folks that are doing the planning ask that we let them know by Monday. They need a head count by Monday, specifically for food. They will not turn anyone away from the picnic, but you might not be able to eat.
Okay.
They need to know.
Can I say it now? Yes, I want food. I want food.
That's one.
Put Corey down for 4.
So just if you're going or if you haven't made a decision yet, you need to let the planning team know by Monday.
Okay.
We're looking forward to it. 3
I am
nights, no
too.
kids.
I'm going. That's where I used to live as a kid, so it'll be nice to go back and see how it looks.
What, Africa?
No, Massachusetts.
Oh, I thought you lived in Africa as a kid.
I
She can go back.
did there too.
They can have Kathy Whirling Day, and they're going to meet her and have a parade.
No, you know how you remember things, and apparently I've been doing.
No, I don't know.
Well, they have statues of her in the town square back in Burundi.
Do
or
they?
wherever it was she's from.
But where I lived in Massachusetts on the Army base, it got taken over. The base was decommissioned.
By the Chinese?
But where our house was, they demolished the houses, but they left the concrete slab in place
They left the bodies.
because it's pesticide contaminated.
This story gets better and better.
But it's like, I can picture in my mind how this looked, and I want to go back and see how it looks.
You're
know.
bringing your gas mask,
Well, I don't even know if
Here's
I can
the
get
slab
back.
I used to live on.
but don't go near it. It's contaminated.
Why did they salt the ground? What was there?
I don't know. I mean, I never saw anybody do anything with pesticide when I lived there, so I don't know when this all happened, but
Wow. Okay. Well,
Where do we
one
go
of the
from there?
events in Leominster is going to be let's go visit Kathy's pesticide-infested childhood home.
Someone in
Excuse
chat.
me, the slab on which Kathy's pesticide-infested childhood home was
Yes.
built.
Someone in chat just said this is starting to explain a lot.
I was going to go there, yeah. But
Oh my goodness.
We're looking forward to it. We're actually leaving this coming Saturday. We're going to New York City first, but we will be there.
Yeah, I'm making a little thing out of it, going to visit the family while I'm up there, so that'll be fun. Also, coming up August 10th in Nova Scotia, we have another Diz meet. Many of us will be there.
Because you can only stay at a Fairmont.
Not Nova Scotia. There are no Fairmonts in Nova Scotia.
Sorry.
But
I love Canada, and I love Canadians. It's a beautiful place, and they're wonderful people.
they are, and it is.
I just don't want the emails.
Tell you, Vancouver's gorgeous. Vancouver's stunning.
Nova
city.
Scotia is beautiful.
It is. We had a wonderful time. I'm just joking.
Very friendly people.
And of course, not to be forgotten, the Indianapolis meet, the venerable Indianapolis meet. I think they're on their fifth or sixth year.
Yeah.
September 7th in Indianapolis. Again, links to all of these on the show notes page, disunplugged.com. All the information you'll need if you'd like to come out and meet the team, help raise some money for Give Kids the World. We're raising a lot of money with these meets this year. And, of course, the meet in New Jersey was a huge success. Trying to do our best to promote these and get as many people to come out and say hello and help us raise money for a good cause.
Hey, Pete, before we move on, Tom just gave me an update that the Coasting for Kids raised $5,464
Wow.
for Give Kids the World. So that's pretty good. It's a lot of money.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Cool. Good job, Tom.
Just praise Tom.
Praise Tom.
And Justine, she was the East Coast.
Praise Justine. Okay. Anything else? I'm just doing what I'm told to do. He said praise Tom, so okay, praise Tom. Anything else in housekeeping?
I do. I have 4 spaces left for our July 2014 Backstage Magic. It begins July 7th and goes for 5 nights. And I have space available on our February trip. once these videos and things start coming out and the guys start talking about what they did and what they saw and where they went, you're going to want to go.
Yeah, and listen to me. They changed a lot of stuff on this tour. It's in many regards. There's a couple of things that are still, staples that you're going to go see. You'll still go see the Jim Henson Studio. But your day in Hollywood is completely different. What you experience at Imagineering,
Outrageous.
we will not talk about. We will not tell you what it is. But the three people sitting in the back of the room didn't know either. What was your impression of Imagineering?
It's just stunning. Everything that we saw takes your breath away.
Yeah, it was unreal.
You can't express to people the incredible things you see and experience.
Yeah, but we saw something you didn't see last year.
I heard. That's awesome.
It was incredible.
I heard. And that's the other thing about these trips is that we could tell you minute by minute what happens, but that will change. And something cool could be slipped in. So these are not missed trips. Everybody in this room has been on one, right?
Yes.
Yes, now. Yeah.
So if you want to go in July, there are 4 more places, only 4. And if you want to go in February, send me an email, kevin@dreamsunlimitedtravel.com. Also, if you're interested in going to Ireland, I can do that too.
Cool. Thank you very much, Kevin. Anything else in housekeeping?
I have a couple things for housekeeping. Diz Cruise 1.0, our Royal Caribbean sailing at the end of August. We have a schedule up of events, not complete yet, but what we've been able to secure with Royal Caribbean. We're going to do some fun stuff.
If any of it involves me having to attend,
No, have you read the schedule?
No.
There's nothing before noon.
everything that is scheduled that I need to be at is in the casino.
No, that is not true.
I told you it had to be held in the casino. That I wouldn't.
We have
I
one
have
of
to
the
be
things
able
that
to play blackjack with one hand and do whatever else.
Smoke.
we're going to do a really cool. We're going to do an ice cream social for our big meet. Everybody gets together, make your own sundae.
Do we wear big hats?
We're going to do.
Is that kind of like where you eat ice cream and post on Facebook?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
That's an ice cream social media. We're going to do a bingo for Give Kids the World, and that's where we're going to give away our favorite things. So instead of at the end of the show, we're going to do a bingo, and that's going to be the prizes will be our favorite things, and the money we raise from
I'm
that.
expected to do a show on this trip.
Yes, you are.
So somebody's going to get
From the
Google
casino.
Glass then.
All right, then my contract has to be renegotiated.
And also, the really big thing we're going to do, we're really excited about, is we're going to all have dinner together in Giovanni's table one night.
Oh, dear
In
God.
a specialty
I hope it's a big
restaurant.
table.
Yeah.
It's a giant room. It's a giant restaurant. It's going to accommodate all of us. It's going to be great.
And it's ours for the night.
And I'm calling it my big, fat, dysfunctional Italian dinner. That's what I'm calling that.
Or Thursday.
or any dinner with my family. So I'm excited about this. This is stuff we've not done before. I
No,
think it's going to be
that's
great.
cool.
A chance for us, everybody, to eat together as a group. We've never done that. I mean, even when we did a Palo, that had to be sort of, scheduled,
Staggered, yeah.
staggered. So this is going to be a lot of fun.
I was just given a question online, and I just want to go back for a second. We're not sure which podcasters will be on which of the 3 Backstage Magic.
Yeah, we
next
haven't
year.
decided that yet.
It depends on who you are who go.
Right.
Once I see the list, then I make up my mind. All right, my second housekeeping is big news, Dizzapalooza 2013 on the books.
Not yet been officially announced, so...
Oh, okay. Well, it's on the boards, and I thought you did it at the.
Well, I
Backstage
mentioned
Magic.
to them that on the first night, I didn't see your email about
Oh, okay.
Oh,
it
it's
being
been
okay to
announced.
talk about until after the farewell dinner. So,
Okay. December 6th, 2013, this year.
which is a high holy day, folks.
It is. It is
high
Pete's
holy
birthday.
day. If you attend Dizzapalooza, you must come with tribute to me because that is my birthday.
It's a Friday evening. It's going to be about 10 o'clock. That could change depending on our final schedule with Disney. A lot of the specifics haven't been worked out yet, except we have secured the day and the time. And it's the Toy Story Mania Party, where we have Pixar Place for the entire night, and we have Toy Story Mania for the night, and ride as many times as you want. And there will be surprises and cool stuff going on. We're not going to do a sign up for that until we get back from New England, and we'll make sure there's an announcement about how you sign up and what the process is of signing up for that.
Also, I'm
event.
planning something for us and our friends and folks earlier that day.
Excellent. Excellent.
So it'll be a nice day.
Sounds great. So that's two big things coming up. I also want to mention, too, this week, Dreams Unlimited Travel has launched. We're going to be selling sandals and beaches resorts.
We're selling sandals and beaches?
Yep.
Whose sandals?
Like Crocs.
And which beaches are like, I didn't know we owned a beach to sell. Sorry.
I think you need to take those off.
No.
So we're very excited about that. We had some agents go through some training. They were excited to do it. So if you're ever interested in a sandals or beaches vacation, you can contact me, John, at dreamsunlimitedtravel.com, and I'll make sure I get you to the right agent.
So, like, what are some of their destinations? I actually know nothing about sandals and beaches.
Antigua, Bahamas,
Jamaica.
Turks and Caicos?
Turks and Caicos. Ooh. What they have is these are all-inclusive vacations. So the minute you step off the plane, they take care of you with drinks and activities and food. Accommodations are all included, kind of like a cruise, where it's all inclusive and you don't have to worry about anything. And then depending on where you book, there's other stuff you can do. There's kind of excursion-y things.
So one's for adults only and the other one's for families?
Correct. Sandals is the adults only. Beaches is the family vacation. So, and these are great honeymoon places too. A lot of people go on them for their honeymoon. So if you want information, contact me, John, at dreamsunlimitedtravel.com.
Awesome. Anything else for housekeeping?
Yeah, we went to Starbucks this morning on Main Street.
Mm-hmm.
So I think we wanted to talk about that a little bit. Today was the grand opening of Starbucks on Main Street. I know Kathy went too. Mm-hmm. And Craig and I were there getting photos and video. I don't know if you want to show the video now or not, but we can do that first.
Why don't we go ahead and take a look at the video?
Craig?
Yeah, very nice. Especially considering he just shot it this morning.
I know, right?
Edited, got the music bed up, and got it up. Awesome. Excellent job.
I was probably still sleeping.
Too bad it's Starbucks.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, go ahead,
I know,
Kathy.
It's wonderful. It's magical. It's Starbucks. It should be
Wonderful.
It shouldn't be there.
No, it's fantastic, actually.
I have a blog up about it too, and my thing was, Walt didn't turn over. There wasn't an earthquake.
How do you know? How do you know Walt didn't turn over his grave? He could be spinning right now.
I think Walt would have been proud of how the Main Street Bakery looks inside, because I think it still has that old-timey feel, and the coffee was much better than any cup of coffee I've ever had in Magic.
It looks like the one that's in Disney's California Adventure.
Yeah, it's huge inside.
It is.
So they renovated it completely, and there's absolutely no seating inside, which I think is good because then it allows for people to get in and out of there quick.
Yes.
It's going to be successful for sure.
And there's
yeah.
2 queue sides, so it can take a lot more people than the old bakery could.
Yeah.
That's your only response.
Starbucks. I give it the Google Glass stink eye. No, I'm sorry. I don't know. I'm not a fan of Starbucks to begin with. It's
better than
I'm not a
Nescafe.
fan of spending $5 on crap coffee. Okay? Disney went from their crap coffee to somebody else's crap coffee, but it's Starbucks. It's still crap. It's not good coffee. You got to put 18 different things in it to make it taste good. But it's burnt. There's a reason it tastes burnt. Because it's crap. They burn crap and then make it into a liquid and put it in a cup and you drink it and you give them a lot of money. It's amazing. It's crap.
Is it pooped out of a lemur?
I think the poop coffee was better than Starbucks.
Wow.
That's true poop coffee.
Are you having Madagascar withdrawal?
So, woohoo! Starbucks opened on Main Street. Great. Another place to get crap coffee at Disney. Who'd have thunk it?
I just think, like if you're
That's
walking,
Imagineering at its finest, by the way.
if you're walking down Main Street, like the outside really hasn't changed. I mean, there's different displays in the window, but I mean, like I don't think it ruined the integrity of Main Street at all.
Well, I never expected it would ruin the integrity of Main Street. I
But
just
some
thought-
people did.
I just my thing was that the bakery is iconic. There's a history to that. Why change
yeah.
it for Starbucks? Put this somewhere else. Why put this on Main Street? You could have put this anywhere. You didn't have to replace the Main Street Bakery with this.
True.
But
The Main Street Bakery wasn't there when it first opened.
no, but it's been there for a long time.
And for anybody that wants to know, they don't have the cinnamon rolls in there. They
Of
were
course not. No,
referring
now we have
everybody
to-
back to Gaston's Tavern.
Right. We have to walk to the far end of the planet
Mm-hmm.
to get our cinnamon rolls, which is another crime against humanity. But, well, no, let's not put anything good in Starbucks. Let's make sure the good stuff is as far away as possible.
Is it all the Starbucks stuff? Is it this packaged stuff?
No, it's the fresh stuff, freshly baked stuff. They have the breads and the muffins and things like that.
But is it their stuff?
Yeah, it's like Starbucks style. They have the cake pops and things like that.
Never
I can get my iced tea there now.
Yeah. And they're actually cast members. They're not Starbucks employees. They've been training for, I think, the past 2 or 3 weeks to make the drinks. And you can use your Starbucks card. So that's
cool.
good. You still get your reward points. You just can't redeem any rewards you already have.
Correct.
So
Why?
Because it's going through their POS.
actually, you can't do that in Target either. So if there's a Starbucks in a Target store, you can't redeem your rewards points there.
Now, how do the prices compare?
Similar. Maybe a little bit higher.
Yeah,
The
just
good
a
thing,
little
though,
bit.
is that the dining plan snack credit can be used for most of the drinks. So if you're really trying to get most out of your money, you can use a dining plan credit for like a venti.
That's going to change.
I'm surprised that that's the way they did it, but it's good.
Starbucks. It still sucks.
I use the
I'm going to
K
call it
cups.
Star Sucks. It's my new name for it now. Star Sucks. That's how it shall be mentioned on the site from here on out.
Okay.
Global search
is
and
replace. Corey.
Any place that says Starbucks, I want to say Star Sucks. All right. Well, thank you, Craig, Kathy, and Sean for going out and checking that out this morning so we could brighten my day. Anything else in housekeeping? We're going to open a Walmart in Cinderella Castle next? I mean, any other announcements to make? Okay.
I don't think so.
Then we'll turn it over to John with the news.
All right, our first news story. Disney Cruise Line holds first Aqueducky Derby fundraiser at sea.
Aqua Derby.
I know, that was a tough one to get out. Thousands of Disney Cruise Line guests and crew members recently volunteered their time on all 4 ships to take part in the first Aqueducky Derby, rubber duck races in the ship's pool and famous water coasters to raise money. They raised nearly $14,000 for Make-A-Wish. The event saluted the 30th anniversary of the Disney Volunteers Program, which provides opportunities for Disney cast and crew members to donate their time to worthy causes around the world. The one-of-a-kind fundraiser brought together crew members and guests who purchased yellow rubber ducks to decorate and then enter into a water-filled race aboard the ships. Races took place in Goofy's Pool on the Disney Magic and Disney Wonder, while those on board the Disney Dream and Fantasy utilized the Aqueduct. All funds raised from the duck sales are being donated to Make-A-Wish International, which grants wishes for children facing life-threatening medical conditions in 48 countries outside of the U.S. Since the first ever official wish experience 32 years ago, Disney has helped to grant more than 81,000 wishes globally and is involved in nearly 50% of the wishes granted each year.
Wow.
Did it happen while you were on the cruise?
No. No. We saw no rubber ducks.
I would just like to
contest.
say something about this. I just read an article the other day about the top 50 worst charities in the United States, and 3 of the top 5 were children's wish charities. Please understand that Make-A-Wish and Give Kids the World were not listed, and the way they decided whether these were good charities or bad charities, it was how much of the donated money actually made its way to the people you donated
Exactly.
for. And there are several children's charities that were in the top of the worst offenders. And it would be very easy to mistake them for Make-A-Wish or Give Kids the World. So before you donate your hard-earned money, please do some research on these charities to make sure that you're giving to one where your hard-earned money is going to go to the people that you actually wanted to go to, and not an advertising campaign for more money.
I can't speak to Make-A-Wish because I'm not familiar with their numbers, but I can tell you where Give Kids the World is concerned, I believe it's 94 cents of every dollar.
I said it. I think it was like they said 4% goes to.
90,
so that works out. What you're
94 cents out of every dollar goes to the mission, goes right to what they're raising money for. The other 6 cents is what they use to pay their salaries.
Administrative costs.
And I'm not suggesting you don't donate based on this. I'm just saying do some research so you know where your money's going.
Absolutely.
And you got to watch for those ones that are tricky, that have the Make-A-Wish sort of look to them or name to them.
And a lot of them the names are very, very similar.
Yeah. Well, Give Kids the World, I know, is, again, this year, rated the #1 charity in terms of how it's managed, because of the fact so much of the money goes.
That's awesome. It really is.
Into the mission. It's an incredibly well-run organization, and so is Make-A-Wish. I just don't have their stats.
They were not on the list. I checked, but there are.
Now, Make-A-Wish is really well run.
Right,
it's a very well run organization.
They did the top 5, and then they extrapolated out to the top 50. A lot of breast cancer charities are in the top 25 also.
A shame.
So before you go donating your money, and again, I'm not suggesting that you don't donate to really worthy charities. Make sure you know where your money's going.
Exactly. Find the charities you like, you know they're well run, and support them. And that's I kind of grabbed on to Give Kids the World because of Bob Varley, and I know them. I know how well they're run. I know how the money's spent. So I've got no trouble donating my money and asking you to donate yours to Give Kids the World. But this is we talk about Disney and some of the areas where they go above and beyond. Their volunteers program is unbelievable. The amount of things that they do, that these cast members do, to volunteer on behalf of Disney is amazing. So to raise another $15,000 for Make-A-Wish, awesome job.
Also, big props to volunteers. Disney's volunteers program, they're always raising money. They're always out in the community doing stuff.
Constantly.
Great cast members doing great things.
Especially around here. You see them they do a lot of stuff here in the local area. I know they do a lot out in California as well.
And on the transatlantic cruise, the volunteers they donated a 70-foot mural to some hospital in Barcelona, and they had it set up. I think it was in Animators, and they had the canvases set up, and guests could come in and help do the panels for this hospital in Barcelona.
Oh, wow.
So,
that's very cool.
That's cool.
I would have liked to have done that.
Excellent. All right, our next news story. SeaWorld to throw 18-month celebration. Beginning March 21st, 2014, all 3 SeaWorld parks in the U.S. will begin an 18-month celebration as they commemorate 50 years of entertaining and educating visitors on the wonders of marine life. Guests visiting during the 18 months will be able to take advantage of new interactive experiences, more up-close encounters with marine animals, more shows, and chance meeting with street performers such as the surprise squid.
Okay.
What's the surprise? That it's a big squid, or that he's going to jump out at you?
The surprise. Wait, is it really called the surprise?
It's called the surprise squid.
We're live, aren't we? I can't say what I was going to say. No.
Starbucks looks better and better, doesn't it? As far as Imagineering goes.
I prefer to call it the surprise calamari. That's what I... Beginning March 21st, 2014, those visiting SeaWorld San Diego will be able to experience a new interactive entrance plaza called Explorer's Reef, which will transform the area near the existing front gate, replacing ticket booths with a beach-themed concierge-style ticketing area. According to SeaWorld Parks and Entertainment Senior Marketing Officer Peter Frey, the 3-acre Explorer's Reef will allow guests to begin their SeaWorld experience as soon as they enter the park, as it will feature multiple touch pools, as well as new retail and dining amenities. You get to touch surprise squid. SeaWorld Parks and Entertainment are also committing to enhancing guest experiences through technology.
But you might do 5 to 7.
Parks will soon be launching interactive apps that provide fun new ways to experience the park with new games and video content. I think I like surprise squid.
You lost me at touch the private squid or whatever it was called. Surprise squid.
Private squid. Touch the squid's private. Where does your head go?
I don't know.
Lord in heaven.
Oh, sorry.
I want to touch private. Touch secret squid. What's its name?
Secret squid.
Surprise
squid.
That's why I thought private, because I thought secret after surprise.
Get his name right.
Yeah.
Really?
This is SeaWorld's limited time magic. Thank God.
No, it's 18 months of surprise squid.
It's also
Or
limited.
secret squid.
Secret squid. Surprise squid.
Well, I want full coverage of secret squid.
Surprise squid.
GoPro. I want full coverage. I want GoPro coverage of surprise squid, secret squid, whatever his name is. All right, now please get to this next story.
Okay.
Please.
I've been torturing you this whole time. Star Wars Land and Cars Land coming to Disney Hollywood Studios.
Told you so.
Do the dance. Do the told you so dance.
No, not yet.
Rumors around the internet all point to a Star Wars Land and Cars Land coming as part of a huge expansion effort at Disney Hollywood Studios in the Walt Disney World Resort. According to Theme Park Insider, Walt Disney World President George Kalogridis and his team may have gotten the green light for a project to remake the Disney's Hollywood Studios park on a scale similar to what Disney just finished at California Adventure. Cars Land, which was a major part of California Adventure's expansion, will come to Florida as part of the Hollywood Studios makeover, but it won't necessarily be the highlight of the changes coming to that park. That's because Disney Hollywood Studios is getting Star Wars Land. The website says they have multiple sources confirming that Disney's moving ahead with both Cars Land and Star Wars Land at the Hollywood Studios. It said that Cars Land will replace the Lights, Motors, Action, Auto Stunt Show, as well as Catastrophe Canyon, extending out the existing Pixar place. The website goes on to speculate that Star Wars Land would be on either side of the existing Star Tours ride, either between Star Tours and the Auto Stunt Show Stadium, or on the side of the Backlot Express Restaurant and Indiana Jones Stunt Show Theater. Reports are that this will be a 5-year project, putting completion in 2018.
I've heard.
We have been saying it since August
Yeah.
of last year that Cars Land was coming to Orlando. We have been mocked. We have been laughed at.
Yeah, but not for that.
The rumors won't die. The rumors won't die. We're hearing it. We keep hearing it. We've had it from great sources. We thought it was going to be announced back in December at the press event for New Fantasyland, but it wasn't. But
Yeah, we have a blog, July 31st, 2012. We posted about Cars Land.
Yep.
Watch it end up being just like gift shop called Cars Land. Merchandise.
No,
Told you so.
I think it's going to be big.
Yeah.
I think this is going to be big.
It needs it.
Yeah.
It needs it over there.
Studios
Hollywood
needs
Studios
it.
needs something. It's
From what I've
it's
heard,
just a hot mess.
we might end up seeing Indiana Jones Epic Stunt Spectacular going away.
I saw that too.
Oh,
Do you really
God.
think they would do that?
I don't, or at least change that out. I mean, Indiana Jones is kind of part of that Lucasfilm family, so I don't know how much that would be still incorporated into the park. But I think it's about time, in my personal opinion, for that to be.
I'm hoping they
go
make
away.
Downton Abbey Land.
You know, they could always retheme it, because when was it, a couple years ago? Oh, when Star Tours opened back up, they did a Star Wars themed Indiana Jones show.
Yeah?
So they could do something like that.
It just seems like it's a really large part of the park to get rid of.
Yeah.
But I mean, when you think about it, this could be huge. So who knows what they're going to take away? I mean, they're talking about, Lights, Motors, Action, and Catastrophe Canyon for Cars Land. That's huge. That's a
See,
big,
Lights and
huge
Motors is one of those shows where once you've seen it once,
Yeah.
you don't really need to go see it again. Same thing with Indiana Jones, I feel. You just find yourself trying to spot that actor.
In the studio.
Yeah, who's the
Audience.
fake actor?
Excellent. All right. Well, I'm excited about the changes.
I'm very excited. I'm very, very excited. Can't wait to hear an official announcement from Disney. I want to hear the words Cars Land come out of somebody's mouth.
And I hope they come up with a better name than Star Wars Land. I'm sure they will. But
No, I think they should go with that.
yeah, okay.
Yeah, why not?
All right. That's
All right.
it for the news.
Thank you, John. Let's go ahead and move on to rapid fire. And Kathy.
Okay. Mine is about over at Studios. There is the Monsters University
I'm
Homecoming.
sorry, I just screwed these guys up completely
did.
if I start with Kathy, didn't I?
Get it out of order.
Sorry.
But anyway, they have a pep rally that happens every night now. And they have, mulch, sweat, and cheers.
Sweat?
group
Sweaty.
I know,
Sweaty.
sweaty
Sweaty
balls.
Schreers?
Sweaty.
Is now Scare Supply. They're the band, and they come out first. There's a DJ that comes out, and then the band comes out. Then they have Mike and Sully comes out. They have cheerleaders. It's really a very high energy. I was impressed with the show, but then, I usually am. But
But then she used to live on top of pesticide.
but they put a lot of effort into this, and this is the first time I've gone to one of these shows that I've actually seen the movie before I got there. So it's limited, I think, until like September. I don't see, there hasn't been an ending date, but it's like a summer thing. It's a limited time.
While we were
magic.
in California, I mean, you couldn't get away from Monsters University. It was everywhere.
They're
Everywhere. Disneyland,
pushing
Disney
it.
Studios. Ugh.
We happened to be eating dinner at the Brown Derby that night.
Yes.
My one word for it is loud.
Is it?
Pretty
It
much
is.
just loud.
Yeah, but it's better than High School Musical coming in
Yes.
every 45 minutes.
Well,
So-
but there was some kind of homecoming. Was that part of it?
Yes.
The homecoming.
Yes, it's all Monsters University themed. And as you come into the park, there's a big Monsters University display.
Right.
Check that out because there's a lot of cute little signs. There's the whole backstory.
All right.
Is there a
Thank you.
monorail wrap yet for Monsters?
Probably.
Yes, there
Oh yeah,
is.
for like since Monster Summer.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you, Kathy. Corey.
I have a few highlights happening for the 4th of July at Disney World. The Magic Kingdom, they're going to have a special fireworks show, Disney Celebrate America, a 4th of July concert in the sky. This will be happening July.
That doesn't even make a good acronym.
This will be happening July 1st to the 7th. July 3rd and 4th will be at 9 o'clock, and the rest of the days will be at 10 p.m. Hollywood Studios are going to have a special fireworks show at 10:15. 6 p.m. they'll do a rockin' 4th of July celebration. I'm sure it's going to be similar to what Kathy just talked about. There's going to be a DJ, Mulch, Sweat, and Cheers. They'll be playing 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, and 10 o'clock. Epcot will have a special Illuminations feature. This will be a 5-minute patriotic fireworks finale at 10 p.m. And, of course, the American Pavilion will have stuff all day long happening. There's nothing planned for Animal Kingdom or Downtown Disney. Celebration Town Center, that's where we always go. There's always something, a huge street bash. They do fireworks over there. So if you're not in the parks, you can go to Celebration Town Tavern. They get a pretty cool thing happening over there. Sci-fi 4th of July is a theme this year.
There's no lack of fireworks in Orlando at the
No.
4th of July. That's for sure.
There certainly is.
Pretty much any night of the week. You can find fireworks somewhere.
All right. Thank you, Corey. John.
All right, Disney Cruise Line had some big changes to some sailings. Several sail dates in fall of 2014 have been changed because the Disney Magic is coming to Port Canaveral from Miami. The Disney Dream will now sail on Mondays and Fridays. If you were sailing after October 2014, the new changes go into effect. You probably, if you're already booked on those sailings, you've probably been contacted already by either Disney Cruise Line or your travel agent. If not, make sure you contact somebody because you've got to be moved to a new sailing. In some cases, it's just the ship changed. So that's something you got to be aware of too. If the ship you're on is a big deal. One of the things they added a 3-night repositioning cruise from San Juan back to Port Canaveral. And this, for some reason, is huge.
Really?
People are going nuts over the sailing. And I don't know. I don't know. Maybe it's just people who want to get from. They think it's like instead of taking a plane from San Juan to Port Canaveral, but it's very, very popular sailing. So if you're on one of these sailings, make sure you check it out, see what your new ship is or your new itinerary is, and see if you have to make some changes.
At least it's far enough out. 2014. I couldn't imagine
Right.
if this was 2013. I know from a content standpoint, changing all this stuff up everywhere is a nightmare. I can only imagine from a travel agent's perspective and clients. Sounds like a nightmare.
We had a fun. You saw the emails go back and forth. We had a fun couple of days.
Yeah.
And then of course, Disney, nothing's ready and nothing's in their system and nothing works. But I'm done whining.
Okay. Thank you, John. Kevin.
I have a rapid fire, but first of all, I've been asked. I've lost 115 pounds.
You look
It's noticeable.
Thank you.
And I gained 11 on my vacation.
So,
So,
my rapid fire is about there's a new collectible similar to Vinylmation. The difference is these are characters' shoes. They're about the same size as a Vinylmation if you laid them down in your hand. However, they're not all cut from the same mold. Each one has been detailed within an inch of its life. We saw them yesterday in the Art of Disney. They're about $20. And I've got to tell you, if you're looking for a collectible, I think these are pretty cool. The Queen of Hearts shoe is all lined inside with little tiny playing cards. The heel of Mary Poppins' shoe is the head of her parrot umbrella. So, I mean, these are not, they struck me as
so
being...
you say the head of her parrot. I'm like, that's kind of morbid.
No, she carries
her budgie.
She carries her parrot umbrella. They've turned the head upside down, and that's the heel of her shoe. There's Minnie Mouse, there's the Evil Queen, there's Ursula, there's Tinkerbell, there are all of the princesses, and they're very, very, very detailed. The other nice thing is there's a hook for them, and they also work as Christmas ornaments. So if you don't want to just display them all year round, they are out there.
Do these come in secret boxes, or do you know which one you're buying?
No, you know what one you're buying.
Yeah.
I think Finley would love these.
Yeah. They're also, they're a nice hard material, too.
Also, if you have a shoe fetish,
Yeah.
these are,
Now, keep in mind, they're only about 3 inches long, so your fetish might...
Maleficent's shoe looks awesome.
It really is. It seems to be one of the most detailed. I thought this was a cool thing. They're also selling Mickey ears for all of the characters. They're about the same size as these. Again, if you tripped a Vinylmation over in your hand, it's about the same size as that. But it's all the iconic Mickey ears hat, but they've been detailed for each of the specific characters, also in the same price range.
Good. So the obsessive compulsive in me will have to collect them all.
What's really nice is always nice to see new merchandise.
It is.
We went through Mouse Gears, and it's really just...
And I have a gift card for Disney, and I couldn't find anything in Mouse Gears that I wanted to spend money on.
yeah.
It seems to be the same stuff over and over and over again. But... and I don't really have a collection like this, but I could see myself if I, buying my favorite character or something like that. I think they're kind of cool. And again, different.
About the same price as a Vinylmation?
No, these are about $20. However, a Vinylmation, they're using the same mold over and over and over again. They're just painting them different. Each one of these is very different. No two are alike. They're not using the same mold for any of the shoes.
Cool. All right. Thank you, Kevin. Dustin.
I don't have a rapid fire. I apologize.
It's not like you were gone for 3 weeks.
I know. Sorry.
Well, let's see. So, Jonathan was gone for 3 weeks. Sean, do you have a rapid fire?
I do, actually, yes.
Wow.
And he was at Starbucks this morning.
And he was at
Very
Starbucks
busy, yes.
this morning.
So the next beer dinner at Jake's American Bar at the Royal Pacific Resort at Universal has been announced. It's going to be July 19th from 7 to 9 p.m. Jake's American Bar is partnering with Cigar City Brewing from Tampa. Woo-hoo. And a summer menu with 2 limited releases, a Homefront IPA and a Cucumber Saison will be served, which sounds so weird to me, a cucumber beer. I don't know if I would like that.
IPA?
IPA is an India Pale Ale. It's very hoppy. It's actually my favorite type of beer.
This is a CPA.
Cucumber pale ale.
It actually is a pale ale. 4-course dinner with beer pairings is $45 and does not include tax and gratuity. So I really want to do it this time. We missed the one in May.
Yeah.
So I'd like to try to do this.
Okay.
Sounds fun.
All right. Thank you, Sean. Gregory.
Sorry.
Slap him in the face with it. The microphone, I mean.
Yeah.
For those listening, not watching.
That's not surprise squid.
We could hit him with surprise squid.
Oh, thank you.
Secret squid.
I'm good. So the first phase of Springfield over at Universal is now, I don't know if it's officially open, but it is open. With that, there is Moe's Tavern, Android's Dungeon, which is just bathrooms, Krusty Burger, and Cletus's Chicken Shack. So those are the only facades that you see. But then once you get inside any one of these things except the bathrooms, it makes way for 7 actual restaurants that are inside. Moe's Tavern, where you can get Duff Light, and Duff Dry, as well as Flaming Moe's. And then they also have a Flaming Moe's, stand set up in the food court area, and that is their non-alcoholic drink.
So we got a
that they
couple of
can make
flaming moes in the room right now.
Oh, yeah.
Is there a Homer last name sexual? Sorry.
So then they also have Krusty Burger in there, burger and fries. Cletus's Chicken Shack. They have fried chicken and then a
I have
chicken
to eat
and
that 'cause it's called
waffle.
Cletus.
Oh, I had
thought you said
chicken and waffle
fetus.
sandwich. It was fantastic.
What did you have?
Chicken and waffle sandwich. It was great. Frying Dutchman for seafood, Luigi's for pasta and pizza, and Lisa's Tea House of Horror. And you can get like sandwiches that are pre-made as well as salads in there. But they still have to open up Duff Gardens and I don't know
It seems
what
like
else.
an
All the
awful
rides
lot,
and stuff.
doesn't it?
Is he just putting words together?
I might be. I think I blacked out halfway through that.
He's just saying stuff, isn't it? Does it make sense to
great.
you?
Oh, I miss doing the live shows.
But yeah, it looks amazing. It's a really good addition to that area. I know Corey and I are going to be there tomorrow to see even more of it and hopefully get an idea of what else is to come. So yeah,
And we'll get a peek at the new resort, too.
yeah.
Cool.
Excellent. All right. Thank you, Craig. That will do it for Rapid Fire. But before we wrap up the show, I didn't get a chance last week to do the top 10 threads on disboards.com for the month of May. And here they are. Number 10 on the theme parks board, everything about Walt Disney World tickets. If you want to see the most detailed description and instructions on Disney tickets, this is it. Amazing post. Number 9 on the resorts board, received free dining pin code for the rest of the year. Intriguing. Number 8 on the community board, Furious needs some clarity. I didn't even bother to read that one. I was afraid to find out what she was upset about. It's the community board. It could be anything. 7 theme parks on the theme parks. Number 7 on the theme parks board, Just Back Attack of the Flies. You gotta love these names. Gotta love these names. And I think to some degree, some of what gets people reading these threads are these titles. If you
absolutely.
look at the titles of the most popular ones, you can start to see a pattern.
They're all catchy and dramatic.
Secret Octopus or whatever. Title that one.
Secret Squid.
Secret Squid.
Surprise squid.
I'm dying to know what Surprise Squid is. Just the fact that I would see a squid would be a surprise. But, you know. Number 6 on the Disney Cruise Line forum, Orlando Sentinel story about inappropriate fondling on the Dream. Now, I've heard little bits and pieces here. What happened?
That was
There was
the
a surprise squid.
that was that cast member who is that, if this is the same one.
Yeah,
the
that's the
cast
one.
member who was put off the ship the next day. Parent reported that the kid was touched inappropriately in an elevator, but Disney didn't, and they were still in Port Canaveral, and Disney waited until they got to the next port of call to do anything about it, and the people are furious about it. Why didn't Disney do something when they reported it before they left the port of call?
Right.
They feel that they waited so that didn't delay the ship from leaving. And it was a cast member, and he was fired and let go, so they must believe that this happened.
It was also out of United States jurisdiction at that point, too, I believe.
Right. That's a big part of the uproar, is that they should have done something right then and there.
Okay. Number 5 on theme parks, 35 things we learned on our trip to Walt Disney World. Number 4 on the trip reports board, I'm stuck in Disney. Number 3 on the discount codes and rates subforum under resorts, free dining 2013, the discussion that never ends. Number 2 on theme parks, FastPass Plus is live. That got a lot of traffic, but it wasn't enough to unseat the queen. On the trip reports board, Disney College Program Frump style for the 5th month in a row. The number 1 thread on disboards.com. But like we said last month, because she's run away with it.
I hope she's not extending her program.
Yeah, really.
We'll never have another winner.
We'll never have. Well, that's why we're giving them out to the number 2 as thread of the month as well. So thread of the month this month on theme parks, FastPass Plus is live But of course, like I said, the Queen reigns supreme. Disney College program from Jess, and that number, the number every month, the number of people reading it gets bigger and bigger and bigger.
Now, you had a chance to meet her, I understand.
I did. Sweet little thing. Very, very, very nice girl.
Because there's some people, we received an email, someone said they thought it was fake.
No, it's
that
not
she
fake.
wasn't
She's real.
It's not. She's real. This is her
She's
just
just real
sharing
good at
her
what she does,
experience.
too.
And she's a great writer. She's a great writer, so she's crafting a compelling story, and people are responding to it.
And they're living vicariously through her.
They are. So it is not fake. If I thought for a second it was fake, I wouldn't allow it on the boards, let alone be talking about it here on the show. But no, it's not fake. We've met her family. She's very real, and she's very sweet, and she's a great writer, and she's doing probably the most prolific trip report we've ever had on the site in almost 16 years. So I'm really, I'm really glad. I'm really, glad that she's getting this audience. And, it's got to be really cool when you just, post something and it kind of takes off like this. You've never done anything like that before, and seeing that your words and your stories resonate with people and people want to read them. I think I hope it encourages her to be a writer. That's what she should be doing. She should be writing.
Yeah.
She's that good. But those are our top 10 threads for the month of May. And that will do it for this episode. We hope you enjoyed it. We'll be back with you again next time with another edition of the Diz Unplugged. Thanks for being with us, everyone. And remember, I have Google Glass, and you don't.